Hello there. Today we will be looking at something called spheres. Spheres are they're basically a ball, a three-dimensional ball, okay? And what we're going to do today is just practice two things. One is finding the surface area of a sphere, and that's just the outside. Again, if this was an orange, the surface area would be the orange peel, and the volume would be the juicy part of the orange that you eat. Okay? Um, it says here the outside of a sphere is the same distance to the center. Here's the center of the sphere, no matter where you are on this outside surface. And that distance is called the radius. Okay? We're not going to go into how these formulas were developed in this video, but we are going to use these formulas. So the first one is surface area, which is 4 pi r squared, and the second one is volume, which is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Now, one other way to do the volume is just to go 4 times 3.14 times the radius cubed, or radius times radius times radius, and then at the end of all that, just divide by 3. But how you like to do it is up to you. Let's get into it and let's solve the first one. Let's find the surface area of this soccer ball right here. It says the diameter of the ball is 30 centimeters. So the distance all the way across is 30 centimeters. And for our formula in surface area, we need to know the radius. Okay, and the radius of that diameter would be half of the diameter. So the radius is actually 15 centimeters. Okay, here we go. Surface area. Whoops. I think blue pen is a little hard to see, so I'm going to continue on with the yellow. So we're going to go 4 times pi, which is 4 times 3.14. If you want to know why pi is 3.14, I have a video on that. It literally is, why is pi 3.14? I recommend checking that out if you haven't. And the radius we already talked about is 15. And it's squared, which means we're going to go 15 times 15. So we're going to bring up the old calculator from Windows here, because I have a Windows computer. For those of you with Mac, I'm sure they have calculators as well. And we're going to multiply this out. Let's multiply 4 times 3.14 times 15. I'm just going to hit the squared button here. And the answer is 2826. So the surface area is 2,826 centimeters. Don't forget the units, okay? Centimeters. And then don't forget the symbol. If we just wrote this down, that would be like saying this is a straight line. As soon as we put a little 2 here, which we call a squared, then this is talking about area. And this is the final answer that we'd be looking for the surface area of that soccer ball. Okay? I'm going to erase that. And we're going to do the volume now. So the volume is 4 times pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, which is 15. We already figured that out before. But instead of squared, we're going to write cubed here because that is the formula right there. And when we're done, we're going to divide by 3. And like I said before, you could go 4 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 15 times 15 times 15. You would get the same answer. However, I'm just going to do it this way that I have written down. Okay, so it's 4 times 3.14 times 15. And I could multiply it 3 times, but I'm going to look for an exponent button, which I see is right here. So 15 exponent 3. And I'm going to hit equals. There's our number on top. And now we take that number and divide by 3. And we get 14,130. And once again, that's centimeters. We don't write a little 2 here, okay? We don't write a little 2 because that would be talking about area. Whoa. Sorry. What we do write is a little 3 here because we are talking about a 3-dimensional volume, a shape that is 3-dimensional and it's a volume. So we write the little cube there. 14,130, yes, that is correct, centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters, however you like to say that. Okay, let's try another question together. It says a spherical, so as soon as the word spherical is used, you know it's a ball, and it's a gemstone. It just fits inside a plastic cube with edges 10 centimeters. So I'll draw as best I can a cube. Okay? Each side, this doesn't look like a cube, but I tried. Each side of this cube is 10 centimeters in length. Okay? And inside there is a ball, and it touches the sides. So this ball on the inside, I don't know, I'm not a very good artist. But here is our ball. We'll pretend that it's like a three-dimensional sphere inside there. The diameter of this ball would be 10 centimeters. Okay? And when we do the question, remember, we don't want the diameter for this sphere. What we want is the radius from here to here, which would be half of 10, or 5 centimeters. Okay? So let's do this. And again, it's just like the last question. It just happens to be a word problem. So the surface area is 4 times 3.14 times 5 squared. And we can do this quickly. 4 times 3.14 times 5 squared. And the answer is 314. And again, it's centimeters. And we're talking about surface area, so the outside area of this shape. And you know, as I'm talking away and blabbing, I should really read the question. And maybe you already were trying to tell me to stop, and I just wasn't listening because this is a YouTube video, and I apologize to you right now. Here it's saying, calculate the volume of empty space in the cube. I went ahead and did this surface area here, and you didn't need practice with that. You already had done that. What we want to know is the empty space inside here. So what we're concerned with is volume. So let me just get rid of that. We're not just concerned with the volume of the sphere, we're also concerned with the volume of this box. Okay, and I have another video on how to find the volume of a rectangular prism, and that video would also help. But remember, a square box, if you remember, the volume of that box, the volume of the box is just the length times the width times the height, which is really just 10 times 10 times 10, or 10 cubed. Okay? 10 times 10 is 100, and times it by 10 again, you get 1,000, and that would be centimeters cubed. So that is the volume of the box. As for the volume of the sphere, let's use this formula. 4 times 3.14 times the radius, the radius of 5, I almost wrote 10 by accident, so easy to make a mistake, cubed, and take that and divide by 3. Let's find that answer out right now. 4 times 3.14 times 5 cubed, 5 exponent 3. 1570, divide by 3. There it is, 523.3. Okay, so 523.3 centimeters cubed. Now what we're going to do is take the volume of that cube right here minus, we're going to subtract this volume right here, the volume of the sphere. And when we subtract these two, we're going to find out how much space is left inside that box. So 1,000 minus 523.3, 476.7. So the final answer would be 476.7 centimeters cubed. If we were writing this on a math test, or for a teacher that wants us to do this, we would write a sentence, okay? And the sentence would go like this, and I'll just say it instead of writing it out, just to save some time. The sentence would be, the volume of empty space inside the cube would be 476 centimeters cubed, or 476.7 cubic centimeters, and we would be done. Okay, so this time I read the question and realized we didn't want surface area in this question. We wanted the volume. and we got it. If you want to see other videos on different shapes and how to find the surface area and volumes, please check out my other videos on such things. Cones, what is it? Cones, prisms, pyramids, cylinders, etc. Okay? Have a great day, everyone. I hope that this video did not mess you up in any way. I hope that you only had a smile and that you have a good day, because math can be fun. Okay, take care.